Yo, what up? How's life? Everything cool? Good. Anyways, it's Austin again, Bebop Prism, whatever. And I've been trying to find a good story for today. I think I finally found it. And it's about how my friend sent herself to the hospital. Yeah, strap in. Let's get into it. So this all takes place back in sophomore year of high school. Junior year, same difference. Now, at this time in high school, I was hanging around some kids I probably should have not been around, but I was still around them, so whatever. And one of these people was a girl. We'll call her Hailee. Now, Hailee was one of those kids who skipped school a lot. She also did a lot of nicotine, like not cigarettes, but I'm talking like chiefing vape pens, like very, very dead vape pens that should not have been chiefed anymore. But she was just one of those kids, just liked nicotine. And I also was doing nicotine at the time. And yeah, just don't do vapes. It helps out. Like, seriously, like, after quitting, I feel a lot better. Don't smoke. Guys, don't. But whatever. And Hailee and I had a history of skipping class together. We just smoke weed, do whatever. Gonna fuck around. And this all starts off on a random Saturday near the end of spring break. Spring break was pretty cool, and I had plans with Hailee, again, like I said, on Saturday. And we both were bored, and we were just like, I don't know what to do, whatever. And she was like, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And, Hailee wanted to smoke some of my pen. So I grabbed my pen, and the plan was to go get gas at the gas station. I was pretty low. And then go to the mall, window shop, while just kind of like baked, right? So I get my car keys. I let my aunt and uncle know, who I lived with at the time, that I was going to hang out with a friend. And you're probably asking, like, why did you live with your aunt and uncle? That's a story that I'm never going to tell, probably. So, whatever. I just lived with them. And I made sure I had everything I needed. I turn over the car, start driving, and just getting over to Hailee's house. Hailee's house was like 10 minutes away, so not too far. And fast forward a bit, I arrived there. She takes her sweet time coming out to the car. I remember I had to call her 3 separate times, even though she said she was ready to go. Turns out, in fact, she was not ready. Now, I'm not one to bash on makeup, but Hailee always needed makeup to do anything. Swim, she had makeup. Do anything outside of the house, she had makeup on. Move anywhere, she had makeup on. It was kind of hell to kind of talk to her about anything other than that. It kind of sucked. But, whatever. She always took 2 to 3 hours, and I've never, to this day, seen her be quick to get out of the house, ever. But, she takes her sweet time. But she liked it. She liked it a lot, and whatever. I'm not gonna judge her for that. It's just, I thought it was excessive. But, yeah. I'm waiting in the car for 20 minutes for this girl to hurry her ass out of the house. And she finally, after 20 minutes, comes out smelling like way too much perfume. And by way too much perfume, I mean it smelled like flowers, like way too many flowers. But me not caring, thinking, whatever, it smells good. And I just let her take it, right? Whatever, I didn't say anything. She comes out, opens the door, and I say, what up? And she goes, sorry I'm late. You showed up faster than I thought. Still was doing my hair. Me being overly nice as a person, even though I was pretty damn annoyed, said, it's chill. You ready to go? And she said, yep. And we went on our way to the gas station. Now, I don't allow people to really smoke in my car while I'm driving, but Hailee decided to ask for my pen while I was driving. So me being stupid, I gave it to her in exchange for the nicotine pen. Now, don't do nicotine again. Don't do weed. I'm going to say that again, because just don't. And you're about to find out why. So Hailee and I were going to the gas station. She took a few hits by now. And I start filling up my car. And I'm watching her through the window. She took a few hits, right? And she already gave it back to me. She starts to cross her arms and stop moving. She's not moving much at all. So I just kind of figured she was just super tired, right? I just thought, oh, she's sleepy, whatever. And I'll let her sleep until we get to the mall. I finish filling my tank. I close up the tank and start heading to the driver's seat. I open my door, sit down, look over, and she's still like that. And I get a little closer look at her. She's looking not so hot. She's looking tense, like her muscles are just tight and she's wrapped in like this weird self-hug. So, naturally, I worry a bit. And I'm like, "You good? You okay?" And she says nothing. But she nods yes, so I took that as she was okay. I start driving to the mall, like our initial plan was. The whole way there, she's just getting worse. She's looking pale, very not responsive. So when I park to try to get her to move out of the car, she refuses and is nodding no. Now, your boy was getting pretty fucking scared at this point. I was sitting there trying to even get her to say a damn word, but she wouldn't. And she kept nodding yes and no. And I eventually asked this question: "Do I need to take you to the hospital?" And guess what? She nods no. So I ask if she can move. She nods no again. So your boy is absolutely paranoid and terrified for her life now. So I tell her, "I'm taking you to the hospital. You cool with that?" And she finally nods yes. Now I'm driving to the nearest emergency room. I'm driving pretty worried. I'm driving pretty scared. But I'm driving safe and I'm driving fast. And I was kind of worried about myself, but way more worried about her. I thought she was like in trouble and wasn't going to be okay. So we get to the ER and I tell her to wait there. I grab an emergency room nurse and tell her the whole truth. I wanted to make sure they knew exactly how to help her, because you do not lie to nurses or doctors. My dumbass was smart enough to know that, and thankfully I did, because lying to a doctor is a death sentence in some cases. Don't lie to doctors. So I gave the doctor the pen she had used, and they ran their tests on her blood. They found nothing but THC, which means good. It wasn't laced. Thank God. And they kept rubbing her sternum to wake her up. She wakes up, tells them her name, tells them her parents' phone number, and you know, they're just starting to do the things. And I'm just really glad she's okay and she woke up. And they called her parents. Her parents start heading over, and I just kind of left because the doctors are doing their work. They were doing their thing now. I dapped up Hailee and said, "Stay safe. We're never letting you do weed again." And I just went home. Fast forward about 2 hours later, she texts me again, and she says the test results, like I was mentioning earlier, and the test results were again negative for anything but THC. And so they said she must have had a really bad reaction to it. And then she told me in this text, this isn't the first time this has happened. She didn't go to the hospital, of course, but this isn't the first time she's seized up like this on cannabis. And now, when I tell you, I was pretty fucking pissed. I was infuriated that she didn't tell me before taking my pen. I was so mad. Like, look, I get wanting to be stupid and do something stupid, but when it threatens your life, no, that's not cool. You can't do that to someone, you know? If you know that it's not working the way it should, and it's making you do things that you're not normally gonna do, don't take it. Don't do drugs for this reason, because, like, sometimes people are allergic to this stuff. Sometimes people can get really sick from this stuff, even if others don't. It's dangerous. It can threaten your life, and I don't recommend it. But yeah, she's the one who took the pen. She learned her lesson. I learned my lesson to not give people my pen, or, you know, I shouldn't have had the pen, but, like, regardless, just don't give drugs to people either. Moral of the story is, don't do drugs. If you need any more reason not to do it, then I can't help you, because this is a pretty damn good reason not to. Wait until you're legal age to try anything, and if even then, I don't recommend it. It's not the best thing to do to your body, you know. It can help in some cases, but that's like medications for like your livelihood, you know. Hailee learned her lesson. I learned mine. Her parents, of course, grounded her for over a year, and I actually didn't get in any trouble for this. I didn't say it was mine to my aunt and uncle, and the doctors, of course, weren't gonna tell them that it's not a thing. It's HIPAA, right? And so they never found out that it was my fault. Unless they're watching it now. But I kind of doubt that. Anyways, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this vid, please drop a like. If you want more weekly stories, drop a sub as well. Anyways, guys, stay cool. Rock on. Peace.